What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the blue color, playing as Set. His name is Kimo. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Grassengroom. This is a ladder game, I believe. Very exciting. I love ladder games. Means people throw all caution out the window. And they go balls to the wall. Fun times. I've been looking forward to casting this game. I've been sick for about a week. I'm feeling okay at the moment. I've got my tea next to me. So if I take a sip, it's all good. We're going to get through this together. But this game I've been wanting to cast all week. I saw the game and I'm like, this looks like fun. Poseidon versus Set. Poseidon here against Set is arguably Set's hardest matchup. This is arguably the worst matchup for Set on the fact that Poseidon has got everything in his kit to survive the Set bomb that is coming, the Set timings that are coming. Everything that Set wants to do, Poseidon is great at stopping it. He's got the cheaper cavalry. He's got the buildings that are cheaper. He's got the militia. He's got the ceasefire. He's got the Greek late game. He's got everything one could ask for to put a stop to what Set wants to do. So the ball is in Kimo's court to get through the Poseidon pain here in this game and find a win nice and early, or figure out how to find enough of an advantage that he can apply the pressure to keep the Poseidon of Grass on the back foot so he can find a win here. We'll see how he's going to go. Now, Kimo is known for a more economic approach to Set. I don't know how he makes it work. I've never been able to make it work personally, but Kimo's built differently in this game, and he plays a macro Set from time to time, and we'll see if he's going to make it work here against this Poseidon of Grass. Now, Grass, I'm not exactly sure what sort of a Greek player he is. Now, I'm going to go off on a tangent here and talk about the two types of Greek players. Greek player number one is your Matrius type, your Nullus type, your player who knows how to play a defensive Greek. This player generally sucks at the other type of Greek. But first, defensive Greek is going to be your fast second town centers into lots of buildings, walls, lots of a solid fundamental Greek play, not overcommitting too much, not putting too much silliness on the map, and just trying to be nice, calm, cool, collected, and take it to the Egyptian players. Generally speaking, those Egyptian players are better, those Greek players are better against Egyptian than the next type. The next type is the aggressive Greek player, the Greek player that plays an aggressive Zeus, for example, an Athena rushing Zeus. Generally speaking, for some reason, I don't know why it is, but these sorts of aggressive Zeus players really, really struggle against Egyptian. Why? Because you have to play, the meta, so to speak, is to play the defensive Greek, to play that nice defensive Greek that can kind of control the corners, control the map with walls, control the map with buildings, survive against any sort of timing attacks, any sort of weird offbeat Egyptian strategies. So we'll see what Grass is going to go for. He's going for that Hermes. It's fairly fast advance time. Kimo, on the other hand, going through Dart. This is a little bit slower of an advance time, looking like a 445-ish advance. So he can go for a fast second town center if he wants. But everyone's on food at the moment here for Kimo. In fact, I've got no idea what he's doing. It kind of looks to me like he's going for Spearman here. This is a really weird build. What's happening here? He's running these villages forward. Okay. I think we're going to see something a little bit offbeat here from Kimo. I don't know what it is, but he needs to get villagers over onto gold. He finishes up on this food, wandering over here. There's the Hermes for Grass. And the Pharaoh moving up onto this position as well. As the Rhinos coming back, he's managed to convert those, which has been nice. Hasn't had too much of a problems here in this game. As the Baboon coming forward, putting some pressure over here. Again, we're going to retreat back here as well. as the Pharaoh. Wadjet going to be moving in onto this spot. I'm not sure they're going to quite get here in time. Grass is getting this town center up relatively quickly. He's got 7 villages on it, so enough to kind of help him out. His Theseus is over here as well. Girdle for Hippolyta wanted to come in as the Pharaoh does manage to push the Centaur back there down to 14 HP as the Hippolyta coming in, going to start getting some good damage done onto this one here as that Pharaoh there pushing forward, shifting sands into the main base here as the Hippolyta getting stuck in onto that spot, but this doesn't matter. Grass gets his town center up. He's going to be in a very, very nice position here moving forward. As the villager's going to move up onto this, grab these Gazelle, has his second town center. No shifting sands now for Kimo. No, nothing here. There's nothing left in the tank. He's got no god powers. He is going for what looks to be a fast heroic. No armory up just yet. He does have some villagers on wood looking for something like that. But the villagers here for Kimo going to grab this town center. So it's going to be a delayed second town center from Kimo. This is something he does a lot. And I'm always scratching my head at this because mathematically speaking, obviously a 4-minute 30 town center is better than a 6-minute 30 town center. But Kimo does this a lot of the time. He's going to start eating his gazelles now as well. He's only got the 1 monument up. I don't see a second monument. There is a rhino he can eat here as well. But he's going to be going for those very, very shortly. And he can start building villages out of that town center. So in the end here, Grass has got his second town center. He's getting his Hippolyta out again. He can start getting his stables, getting his upgrades and everything else. He's got himself pickaxe already. I wouldn't mind seeing hand axe here as well as husbandry before the military building is coming out. Reason being is there's just nothing coming to him from Kimo. We do see this Kataskopos cavalry unit, scout, sitting on the settlement. And what does this do? This is giving Grass the knowledge of, is Kimo grabbing this town center or not? That's it. What I would love to see this Kataskopos doing is scouting out this town center and seeing when the barracks come out. Running around here, running past this, seeing everything and just running around the map and just trying to get some understanding of what's coming for him. Because the barracks are coming down, so then you can react to that and be like, okay, what are you doing with that? No worries, let's get ourselves walled up. We do see a little bit of harassment now onto this gold mine. Good pull here from Grass as the Pharaoh going to start getting targeted down over here. We do see some walls coming up in the corner here for Kimo. And the Pharaoh gets sniped down. Nice play here from Grass. That's a lot of pain there now onto Kimo into this game. No Pharaoh means really, really bad things from the Wadjet does manage to stay alive there, dodging Hippolyta. She's not the most accurate of heroes, but, you know, it is what it is. As the walls are slowly starting to come up here for Grass. I do like this nice and early here, especially against the Spearmen, because Kimo is going to be wanting to use these to try and get onto the map a little bit. And if you just remove that opportunity by already getting your walls up, then these Spearmen just don't do all too much. Yeah, they can knock down a wall, but then you can move over and react to that if you need to. We do see some archery ranges starting as well as the farms coming up. Chickens in the main base with those goats. Still a lot of time here for Grass to play with before he needs to get all those farms down. Kimo, on the other hand here, he's got those goats down as well, but losing the Pharaoh means his villages are now idle, and he was not prepared to not be eating hunt here in this classical age, I think, as he starts those farms down. Does he have Shadoof? Yes, he does have that Shadoof, so they will come up nice and quick, but Kimo opting in for farms. And we'll see how this is all going to go as he does start the million walls that he absolutely loves. Always going to be putting up multiple different walls here. As we do see that third town center is now coming down for Kimo, and Grass can react to this if he likes with his own third town center. He's got the resources to do so. He's got the villagers coming over there. And he's going to be chasing Kimo just a little bit to this third town center. But he knows now there's no timings coming for him. There's no real big problems he has to deal with. So he can just boom and try and race this one to the late game. As the Toxoides popping out over here. Stables are not really building all too much at the moment. A little bit concerned about the Spearmen, I guess, but even so, you probably still just want to pump out those Hippocon if you can to have something here. Maybe even getting a military academy up and mixing in some hoplites here wouldn't go astray. As Typicon are going to be searching around onto this position here, trying to stop the walls from coming up. As Kimo not quite able to finish those off here, as the Hippocon do manage to pop in. Do they? No, they don't. Grass not able to get in there. Kimo, on the other hand, he's now ready to start searching. Now, there's not a whole lot for him to attack here. What's in the main base? Not a whole lot. He can come onto this gold mine, I guess. But that's going to be about it. There's Hippocon pushing up the top spot here. One thing he could do at this point, with these walls coming up so early and not really having a whole lot here to defend, he could just start bashing these walls down and just making it a 1 wall instead of a 2. And that's what we're going to see Grass doing here. He probably could hit the wall over here and the wall over here, and that would be a little bit better. Kimo going to react to that one and move over to defend there. But that does mean that now Kimo's not raiding Grass. Grass is nice and safe. Happy days for him. This Grass is just going to be getting farms up all over the place. And it's just going to be a big boom here to start this game off. I mean, there's not a whole lot of surprise here, given the way Kimo's playing this. He's not going for a timing attack. So basically, the only decent option from Grass is, because Set's got all the power, the only decent option from Grass is to sit back and just play for his strengths. Now, maybe you could argue here that Grass has gone a little bit too much in onto the army, and he could probably stop this and go heroic age. At this point, over 100 population, he probably could go straight in for a heroic age. He has the curse to kind of hit the units, which is very, very strong. But it looks like he's just going to go up to full population for the time being. Walls down the bottom here, nicely set up to get the market in the corner and start the trade route and everything else that goes along with that. And Grass now looking to engage just a little bit here. I mean, Kimo's kind of getting what he wants here, so to speak. Because this is where Kimo wants to fight. He's got the retreat, the easy retreat here if he needs to. And there is a lot behind this. There's gold. There's baboon. There's gold. There's gold. And Kimo is just setting up for the long haul here. Maybe Grass could consider really getting a dock up and getting a transport ship to get in here. And just circumventing these Kimo walls. Because if we're completely honest here, these walls are costing Kimo, while it might not seem like a lot, they're actually costing Kimo a pretty penny to build them. So getting a dock and a transport ship to circumvent them makes a lot of sense. Excuse me, my tickle in my throat. It's now Grass going to pull back. More walls coming up all over the place. And we'll see how things are going to go. The wooden wall does get broken down. And Kimo is now under pressure. But those spearmen are in a great spot. And Grass is not microing these Toxotes. There we go. The best way to kind of play against the Egyptian classical army as Greek is to basically just say, when the fight starts and your enemy slingers start targeting your Toxotes, just pull them all back and then pull them and have the slingers get brought into your cavalry, and then your cavalry can take them out. The Grass now able to go to the next age. I imagine Kimo's going to be doing the same thing. He's going through Nephthys a little bit earlier here than Grass, but that's about standard, really. More heroes coming out, and the spearmen here, they are tanking nicely. He does have some upgrades for them as well. Oh man. So he does have a lot of upgrades. So these spearmen are now starting to actually trade really, really well. I quite like this idea here from Kimo, getting the early armory out, getting those armory upgrades, plus getting medium spearmen as well to boot. Allows him to trade really, really efficiently against those Typicon. Now, the counter to this would obviously be to just get yourself copper weapons nice and early for Grass, but he didn't have the food to do so. And Grass at this point just walls everywhere. Doing exactly the same thing that Kimo's doing over here as well. But Kimo, the rest of his base over here is completely open, so we'll see how that's all going to go. This curse getting dropped down. Migdol Stronghold getting dropped in the middle of the map here as the Hippocon trying to take this fight on that position there. The Nemean Lion coming in and Grass here kind of struggling a little bit for the gold. I'm going to drop a marker down. He can actually sell all that wood and cancel Hippocon, I guess, in an attempt to go to the next age here. We'll see what Grass is going to do. He looks like he's just sacking his army for the time being, but he's going to allow the Migdol Stronghold to get up. Kimo, on the other hand, spending all his resources, starting a trade route. Happy to stay in the classical age for the time being, but now Grass can get himself out some of these pacifists to deal with those heavy spearmen that Kimo's invested so many resources into. So the next fight that happens, Grass should be able to hold here. Kimo's pulling back, or pushing forward, I should say. Grass is pulling back here. He does have to have pacifists out, but there are going to be some chariot archers to help take them down. The pacifists do only have 10% pierce armor. And we do have Grass now. He's going to drop the fortress up here. And this is going to be a challenge now for Kimo to break through if this gets up as well. We do see the that minions coming down. Grass doesn't need to click ceasefire until after the fortress is finished here. So he's, I think this is a bit of a mistake here from Kimo dropping that. And so as I said, this is going to give a lot of time over to Grass and Groom. And Grass is already clicked up through Hephaestus. So he's going to be able to get the Plenty Vault and everything else that comes with it, with the Forge of Olympus and everything. Like you see, the Grass has already got himself 42 favor. So after this ceasefire is done, it's going to be really, really nice position. But Kimo has clicked up through Horus, which probably makes it even more strange that he clicked that Ancestors there. You want to click Ancestors around about 15 to 20% into your Mythic Age, so that as soon as the ceasefire finishes, you can just click Tornado on your enemy army and pick up a whole bunch of stuff here as well. But I think Kimo kind of realizes what's happening here. And you can see with this trade route already started, all the walls still coming up. Kimo is gearing up for the long haul here. As more barracks going to get dropped down in the middle of the map. Don't Slingers get a very small bonus versus Pacifist? I don't think so. While they do. That's really weird. What? The new knowledge that I'm now privy to. That's wild. Why? Why does the counter archer have bonus versus Axeman and Hepat? I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense to me. Anyways, Horus is about to pop. Do we have fortified town centers? Do we have masons? Grass? Masons? Don't forget masons. Very important. And a classic tornado user is going to suck up all of the Toxotes there. And give Kimo a little bit more time. So now, Kimo doesn't even have the tornado to potentially snipe a Titan Gate here. But yep, Kimo's now pushing forward. As we see this, still no armory upgrades for Grass. Is he buying them? Ever so slowly. He's got the Forge of Olympus in. So Grass is going to have his work cut out for him to get back into this game. But so long as he holds here, he's got gold. He's got enough gold over here. He can get a trade route set up. He's also mining this gold mine over here. Kimo's not really paying attention up here. I feel like if he just secures all of this gold over here, he's going to be in a really good spot. Kimo, on the other hand, here he is getting himself those armor upgrades. Up to champion weapons. That's not what it's called. Iron weapons. Plus, I'm sure he's going to be getting himself some upgrades here. Only one Migdol does make life hard, but he's going to pull back. He's getting that champion archers, and it does train relatively quickly at 40 seconds. I mean, all of the champion upgrades train at 40 seconds, but I think they do. But given he's at 99%, it doesn't really matter. He gets his pharaoh. He can send that pharaoh over to the market and get that boosted economy going as well. But at the moment, like, Grass is more than happy to just sit back and just say, no worries, I'm just going to get my upgrades. If I get them all up, I'm in a good spot. I apologize for the coughing. I can't help it. I'm trying to help it, but it's just not happening. We do see that Grass is actually eating the gold mine to get some HP back. Now Grass is ready to start pushing forward. I think he probably needs to wait a little bit longer. Just get fully upgraded first. There's no rush here. There really is no rush. Kimo could go Mythic Age, or Titan Age, I guess, or potentially even drop a Wonder, which might be the right call here after all is said and done. There's the Spearman coming out. And we do see some Siege Towers coming in to try and counter these Heliopoli. This is a really, really good idea from Kimo. They do a lot of damage here. But, too little too late. The one and only Migdol stronghold that Kimo's actually got here is now gone. But he is able to spam out the Spearman to help him out here. Does he have upgrades on those? Not really. Missing those Horus upgrades for the time being. And now Kimo can actually start spamming mercenaries. So, Grass has still got to kind of figure it all out here as he's retreating back yet again. Spearman targeting temples. I mean, it takes a long time. That's a lot of population spent to take that out. Much better to just get yourself a siege tower. And then, once you knock the walls down, here's a little trick. Once you knock the walls down, build a wall vertically through this position here. And that's going to be able to stop the rebuild of the wall. And you're going to be able to pass through there. That's the secret. There are secrets to Age mythology still yet to be delivered. I'll keep on coming up with them. I'll keep figuring them out. If I do, they're yours. The vertical wall. So you do see the units coming over for Grass to deny this, but Temple coming up for Grass as well. He's going to start putting some pressure elsewhere, it seems. As Kimo is fully upgraded now. He's got 0 resources in the bank. Monument to the Pharaoh is coming out. There is, technically speaking, somewhat of a counter to Colossus for set in the Avenger. So we'll see if that's what Kimo is going to be going for. Does he have himself funeral rites? Yes, he does. And that Silver Colossus will end up going down there eventually. And now Grass is getting distracted by Granite. Luckily for Grass, this doesn't take too long to kill. So he'll get those population back soon. And now Grass has hit himself in a bit of a troubled spot now. Going to this gold mine. He could have come over here. He also has this one over here. So it doesn't matter that much. But the chariot archers can start sniping these villagers down if Kimo so chooses. Kimo up for the guard towers now. He's going to try and make some sort of a push here. Like, if you can get up all these guard towers, it can make it challenging for the Greek player to fight back. Glass is really struggling for resources here, though. Is he fully upgraded on his units? Armor? Yes, he's got full iron now, so he's only behind on the champion infantry and archers, which is expensive. Economically speaking, he's also missing a little bit here as well. I'm surprised Grass is this far behind. I think he was really taking some super bad fights early, which is why Kimo's been able to push so far in front. Yes, Kimo did get the Horus upgrade. If you ever see your opponent having Horus Spearmen, especially having greatest of the 50, there's no point in building cavalry anymore. Because those Spearmen do, what, 200%? 100% bonus versus cavalry, so instead of 11.2, it's down 22.4 damage per second. Absolutely insane. As you do see on this position here, Grass trying to hold here while getting up some military buildings. I'd love to see a fortress here if he has the time. But Migdol Stronghold Palace. Atlanteans in this game suddenly. Migdol Stronghold coming up as the villagers moving forward. Another Migdol Stronghold here as well. But Grass attempting to put a stop to this one. All those pacifists are doing a nice job here of holding this. I think it's probably worthwhile to start putting his own towers up and going into a Petropolis. But you can't really start building the Petropoli until you have got yourself towers, because it's just too easy to sweep in and take them out. Now here's another interesting question. All right, your opponent is making infantry, Toxotes, Heliopolis. Why is Kimo still building Spearmen right now? What do you think the actual answer is here? And why can't Kimo stop building Spearmen at this point? Because the Heliopolis have no great... There's no real good answer to the Heliopolis for Egyptian. Siege towers, Spearmen, that's kind of it. So, really what Kimo should be doing with those Spearmen is not attacking these hoplites, but pulling them back, banking them up, and then rushing in to try and snipe down these Heliopoli. These are the units he's actually building them for. We are now seeing some axemen here to help out against those infantry units, which is going to be a big, big help. Cavalry aren't a good answer. Cavalry are kind of terrible in most situations. You see the Silver Colossus starting to come in, and this is actually when the real trouble happens for Set in this matchup. It's like these Silver Colossus, they turn into Gold Colossus, and then how do you stop them? These priests, they're struggling here because these have got 80% pierce armor. Look at how much they tickle. 88 HP. Down, does 10 damage a shot here. And these guys have got up to 1500 HP. So it takes a long time for those priests to actually kill off a Colossus. But Kimo's really pushing in here nicely. He's got a great foothold now right through the center of the map. And if he can keep pushing up to here, this is where the trade route is. That's going to be a real big challenge here for Grass to overcome. But Kimo also has to deal with these Colossus walking forward. Does he have... He has given himself the Shoulder of Talos now, so going to go up to gold as the Silver Colossus. Not only that, they also move rather quickly compared to these priests. So the Silver Colossus can pull out here and take down the town center very, very easily. Well, I mean, they can run away from the priest, I guess. But the priest will come back. But nonetheless, the town center will be going down. We see a Ballista Tower coming up. Any attempt here for Kimo to get Avengers? Yes, that will be a big help here. But Kimo is sitting at full population for the time being. So we'll see if the town center goes down. Even if it does go down, Kimo can rebuild it. He does have plenty of gold. He's not losing his trade route to this Colossus raid. Funnily enough, if the Colossus did pull down to this bottom town center straight away, those priests would have all been chasing him. Would have been really, really tough to deal with that. But the town center falls, and now Kimo is trying to put some sort of pressure onto this location, but Grass is holding this completely fine. As the town center does fall, Gold Colossus is going to be retreating away. I'd love for them to run around here and try and take this out. Town center going to be getting pushed back up here as the Pharaoh comes over. The Pharaoh, on the other hand, does actually get a decent amount of damage done onto the Gold Colossus there. Something like 50 damage a shot. So we now see a fortress up on the front, and Grass's push here is doing really, really good. Now let's see, what does this Avenger actually do to the Colossus? Well, that one's dead already. There's a Heliopolis pushing in with the towers starting to come up and deal with those mercenary cavalry here. Nice play. But the town center over here of Grass is also starting to fall. Grass is going to continue motoring forward here with these Gold Colossus. If he can snipe that Pharaoh here, he's really, really big. But you also see the Theseus able to start pushing over and taking out the Avenger here as the Avenger pulls over to try and help with dealing with these Gold Colossus. Now we finally get to see how it goes. Yeah, he does a decent amount. What is that? 30? 40? He's going to be able to take down a Colossus eventually as the village is going to start repairing this one back up. But I don't know if is it enough? With Pharaoh empowerment, anything is possible. It does look like the town center will fall here just barely. As the Gold Colossus managed to keep that one down for the time being. Fortress does get taken down, but that does mean a whole bunch of militia pop out. And now on the front here, Kimo's forward baluster towers will be getting taken out. As the town center gets repaired back up. I'd love to see Grass getting himself some a Petropolis or something here to start sieging this down while he's pushing everywhere else as the tower's getting cleaned up. And Kimo here, I mean, he's got 2 town centers. He's got all of the resources in the world. He just needs to get this position back under control. The Grass is sitting at a full 160 pop, and in Age of Mythology, population is everything. You lose the town center, you lose the game. So we'll see how things are going to go. As the militia are going to be taking out those siege towers there. More units piling in onto this position here. Fortress going to be getting repaired back up very, very shortly. As the siege tower is getting taken out. Will this fortress... I don't think the fortress is going to go down, but if it does, that's just more militia to push forward. And these militia are so strong at 125 HP. We do see the wall coming up here for Kimo to start taking this town center down. All these villages repairing this one being a little bit of a drain on the economy. In fact, Grass's economy is really weak because we've got 6 villages on wood, 18 on food. He's about to have a big, big problem for himself. Is he building villages? Nope. Oh, lots of idle villages actually over here. They need to start working on another wood line here as some units moving forward to try and take out the catapult for the time being. It looks like he will be able to get in here, but all of this fire here from those towers is a lot. Looks like it's not going to be enough as the catapult falls. Wall gets denied. Another catapult rolling forward though. As Grass is putting every little bit into this push here to take this location out. I mean, the other thing is if you can just push in over on this spot here while this is all going on, send some villagers forward, get some stables up or something over here, start harassing the trade route. Grass's economy is still holding solid for the time being here. As the Polyphemus going to be popping out to help break through this. Polyphemus does tank quite a bit. We do see the Heliopolis is able to actually take out the catapult here. Only 89% crush armor, which means all of these projectiles coming out of that Heliopolis actually managed to do a decent amount of damage against this. So nice choice here from Grass. As the town center attempting to come back up, I think that Kimo's still waiting on that Pharaoh to try and sneak this town center up in an instant here. the Colossus wandering forward. What's happening at the top? Nothing really going on up here. Everything is kind of open. There are these walls over here, but more catapults coming in. As the Polyphemus can kind of take everything out over here. The town center down to 400 HP. Grass not paying attention over here. It's slowly getting taken out as the Pharaoh is back. And that does mean that town center can go up in an instant here. And Grass not paying attention. Loses his town center. Trying to rebuild it. That Polyphemus can kill off those catapults really, really quickly here. And that will also allow now Kimo the time to get his own town center back up. And all of that effort the Grass is putting in to keep this one down is down the drain. As the Egyptian town center just shoots up so insanely fast here. No attempt to hit that. Pharaoh means the town center does end up completing. And now Grass is back on the back foot. Kimo here actually struggling for resources in a big way here. He's got a decent amount of food income and wood income, but it's still a little bit low, and he's just now starting to get the economy back rolling as the siege tower does manage to get in, and it does hit the town center just barely there to slow it down. But it does look like Grass is going to be able to get this town center back up for the time being. But the big thing is that now Kimo is back on 4 town centers. He can start, or 3 town centers, excuse me. He can start pushing back through this spot. And Grass desperately needs to get himself that 3rd town center back and get all of the economy spent to get back up to 160 pop and try and figure out how he's going to get back into the advantageous position he had before yet again. Now, he does have the option to go like Tyroi here as well at the moment. No towers on the back here or on the back here. Lots of population to spare, but no stables up, so he can't just sneak into it, so to speak. He needs to like set up a whole bunch of stables and get his upgrades and then go into Tyroi raids, which are really challenging to deal with. Yes, there are spearmen which do have the bonus, but the fact of the matter is if you sneak them in and around and you just get in here, then Kimo has to react somehow, and then you can swap back and push elsewhere, which is generally the idea. You'll hit one spot, hit a different spot, and then call it a day. Now it does look like Grass has kind of found himself in a little bit. I mean, he's got plenty of resources, but he's not spending his resources here. I'm not sure exactly what he's trying to do. He's making gold Colossus yet again. He does have a problem over on this spot as his walls look like they've been taken down. Trying to put a double layer up, and Kimo now starts the Titan. Getting into the next period of the game. Kimo's got to have in the back of his mind here that he probably can't win this game through conquest. The only real way that Kimo is going to actually find a win here is probably through a wonder. Probably. So we'll see if he's going to be able to make that happen or not. He does have to start with the Titan first. As always, if you don't, your opponent can get a Titan and then break your wonder down relatively easily. So you do have to at least get your own Titan out and put some pressure on. But can Grass do the same here? Grass is still struggling for wood here, but he can buy wood and start researching that. Instead, he's deciding to just make more Colossus and everything else. And yes, he does have Heliopolis, he does have Polyphemus, he does have Colossus. So dealing with a Titan is relatively easy. As the Axemen going to be pushing forward, and they do have this Axe of Vengeance technology to take out all these markets and everything else. This tower has been attacking this location for so long. Let's move over to Kimo's perspective. As now we do have the Titan Gate ready to go. There are some units over here, so Kimo does have to be a little bit careful where he places this. Just in the main base. And it doesn't look like there's still no real attempt here from Grass to make any stables. Well, he's not going for any sort of a Tyroi play here. But he doesn't have the resources to get himself heavy and champion Hippocon either. So it's a bit out of the it's a bit out of reach, so to speak, for Grass here. As we firmly entered the late game. And the thing about the late game in Age of Mythology is score doesn't matter. All that matters is town centers. If you got 3 town centers, you're fine. If you got 4 town centers, you're winning. If you got 2 town centers, you're losing. That's generally how it goes. I feel like we've got to get a little bit of a speed up going on here. We'll see if we can't not spot anything going on the map. Down the bottom here, still more walls coming up. As Grass is trying to push back, and once that Titan comes out, that's when things start changing here, I think, for Kimo. As Kimo a little bit short on the, he's a little bit short on the favor for a wonder here, but he's getting himself the Spirit of March just in case to spam out those priests. I honestly don't think that gold is a problem here for Kimo, so I'm a bit confused why he would spend that favor, which is a little bit more important at the moment. Wait, what? Didn't this finish? I'm a little bit confused. Anyways, it didn't. Okay. So Wonder does end up finishing up here. Now we'll see what can happen with this Titan. As the walls over here are still open, but there's so many militia here for Grass. And the fact of the matter is that these cost 1 population. So they're sitting over here really defending easily on this spot while pushing back over on this spot here. Scheme are going to start moving forward here with this Titan. Going after the town. So we do see some siege towers wandering through there as well. Nice ghost build here from Grass. As the Titan going to make its way over. And they will be basically trading 1-for-1 here, I think. Maybe not even 1-for-1. As the Gold Colossus are getting some good damage done. Grass going to decide, or Kimo going to decide to retreat away. There are a whole bunch of priests here. That kind of makes sense why he's going for all these priests at the moment. As the units are now starting to engage here. Who will come out in front here? As 4,300 for the Ra Titan and 50 for Set Titan and 4,500 for the Grass Titan here. Grass does end up losing his bad boy there. Same with Kimo. And the game continues. Surely Kimo has to put a wonder down now. If you're Grass here, you have to be thinking about a wonder as well. But he doesn't have the resources at the moment to make it happen. Kimo is building up towards it, I think. Axeman pushing forward. He's managing to make some good usage of the priests at this point. But the big thing is right now, this is like 12 population here. Just stop building Colossus until the priests are gone. And they just become a dead weight in the army. Or at least put the Colossus elsewhere on the map. That's exactly what he's doing now. You can come down here and break through all these walls as well, potentially. And there's the wonder here for Kimo. Back corner of the map, putting pressure on the front. Plenty of resources in the back here. As Grass is desperately going to try and push forward here. We'll see if he's going to be able to make that happen. Also raids onto the trade route as well here, with the Axeman going to be breaking down those markets. I love the Axeman race against Poseidon because it kind of counters the Poseidon bonus, which is those militia, as those Axemen can take them down really, really quickly. We do see now Kimo's triple wall getting broken through as the villager's going to pile in onto this spot, get some palaces or fortress or towers or something up here. Let's get a handful of towers as the market's all getting taken out, and those caravans are going to be having to move all the way back. I'm not sure if there's another market elsewhere here, but nice play there. But while this is going on, town center of Grass will end up falling, or will it? The village is going to be really close here, and they do manage to keep the town center alive. Barely here is another siege tower wandering forward, rolling forward. Grass not paying attention. We'll be able to get in onto the town center for the time being here. As the Wonder up here now in the back for Kimo. So those siege towers will... Is he going to be able to take it down now? He might. It's going to be close. Meanwhile, over here, the walls are all up. The trade route has been thwarted. Townsend is still managing to live for the time being here, as those Axemen not doing the best against the Gold Colossus. 20 hack damage versus 5 hack, or 8.5 hack damage a second, plus the crush. Which is like 1 damage, I guess, against the spearmen, or against the human units. Wall's now coming down for Kimo. Is he knows what he's in for now in this game. And can he hold the Wonder is the big question. 10-minute timer is not that long. That's the big problem. It's not that long. Let's speed up and see if Grass can make this happen. There is an opportunity to push in this way as well, but Grass is feeling like he needs to do something here in the center of the map first. As the priests are back in. Nice marker there from Grass to pull away, but just eating this gold mine, I don't know about that one. Walls coming up here. Is Kimo going to try and put a defense over here? Do we see any stables? Still no stable. Oh, wrong player. Still no stables for Grass, so no attempt at any Kataroi. All in on the Wonder. The Grass here, I mean, with taking this corner away from Kimo, that's a big win for him, to be honest. Kimo at this point, only 37 gold to trade. A route here. Where are they going? I don't even know. Oh, maybe. Just behind the Wonder. Kimo's got 6 minutes and 40 seconds left on that Wonder there. He's trying to kind of blitzkrieg his way through here, but he does need to fill this up with buildings. 5 minutes remaining here in this one. Four minutes. It's getting very, very spicy here. We do see some stables are up now for Grass. He is starting the Thyroid. They do have Champion. It has been spotted over here, though. Just trying to get as many of those out as he can to go and push in and take out the Wonder. This is not the most defended Wonder in the world I've ever seen, that's for sure. And now Grass is deleting some villages, I think, to get some more Tyroi out here. And he is on the adventure, but Kimo spots it. But has he spotted it too late is the big question. A couple of towers going up. That's all the Thyroid coming in, trying to break through those walls here. Does manage to get onto the Wonder, but the Wonder is going to be able to survive here with plenty of HP. All the Spearmen in the back here to defend. More walls coming up. It's more Thyroid coming through, and it's just not going to be enough. Kimo manages to defend here. Grass getting his own Wonder up, but there is just not enough here, and Grass will decide to tap out as Kimo gets away with another 1 hour long victory with set against Poseidon, Hades, whatever. He makes it happen. I don't know how, but he makes it happen. Grass is going to be asking himself the question, why don't I just get a wonder out? Why don't I just build the wonder first? If I build the wonder first, then he can't win with wonder. Isn't that right? No? I don't know. Well played by Kimo, though. Let's check out the post game. Bam, bam, bam. That's a lot of units. That's a lot of resources. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of researchers there. GG, well played by Kimo. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider following the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next game.